Good afternoon, everyone. How's it going? Sorry, came on a couple of minutes later. I wanted to finish up the Cashman interview. How's everybody doing on a Thursday about 1:04 Eastern time? So we dissected. First of all, I want to welcome everybody here. Mr. Met, Charles, Eric D, Jake, just to name a few of you. Charles, thanks for hopping on today. People in the email, of course, there's Bob Rizzo, there's John Ferrazzo, there's Ava, Teresa. How are you guys doing? Richmond Valley Pharmacy, thank you for coming aboard. And I wanted to say hello, just to make sure that everybody's doing well. And we'll get into this press conference. A couple of telling things. Michael, good. How you doing? A couple of telling things between the lines that we'll get into. But I want to bring up Sean Browning. And Sean, good afternoon. How you doing today, my man? What's up?
No, I'm doing all right. So I just got a notification from ESPN that Aaron Judge avoids elbow surgery, but
Right.
Carlos Rodon
Right.
underwent some kind of surgery and may miss opening day.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's what we're going to get into. The first of all, the best news of all is that Aaron Judge will not need surgery. That's number one. That's the best news of all. Carlos Rendon, and he is getting stronger. Carlos Rendon had some things, a little things here and there taken out of the elbow. More than like he's not going to be able to throw for 8 weeks, and more than likely he may miss one start at the most. So it's not too concerning. But I'm glad at least they took care of it now, and not in January or February. There were a few things that troubled me. And there were little things that I read between the line because I've been through this with Cashman so many times, and we'll go over it right now. First of all, I could definitely see for the first time in a long time that Cashman is definitely feeling the pressure. There's no question about it. He was very, very faint in some of his answers. He's definitely taken this very personal. I could see that. And yet he's very fast in his answers. So that I saw in between. Another thing that I saw in between for Yankee fans is there's no question about it. They're going to make quite a few moves. No question in my mind. You could read it between the lines right there. The Yankees are going to make quite a few moves. He came off as a little snug a little bit. Aaron Boone, as usual, he looked a little lost. He looked like, like always me. But, that's not the case. But the one big thing that I said I'm relieved at is Aaron Judge. He does not need that, so that's good. They have not had any meetings yet about personnel, which is understandable. But I think that there's going to be some. You could see in Cashman's eyes, there's going to be some pretty hard decisions as far as like coaches and all. And I really, really see something happening there. I don't, of course, obviously, there's no way that Boone is going to get fired. I don't think that that's going to happen at all. They're definitely going all through his contract. Where is Hal Steinbrenner? Your guess is as good as mine. I have no idea where this guy is, but he's suffering. I do know that. But the telling story to me, Sean, was I really felt that Cashman took this very personal, and he's going to do something about it. And And the mere fact that he was saying, well, we got to weigh the pros and the cons with with, of course, the money situation. That's all bull crap. I think that they are ready, and I think they're going to pounce. The one thing I did like, and I don't know if it's because of trade purposes, they said that Dominguez should be the everyday left fielder, and he's going to go play winter ball. Now, that could
Yeah.
mean one of the things. They really mean it, or they're on the verge of trading him. But one thing that was telling is that they are definitely going to be some moves here, because
Right.
I don't think Cashman likes this anymore. I think one way or the other, something's got to be done to better this team. Your thoughts?
Well, no, my thoughts are, I mean, Cashman's been doing this for 26, 27 years now. Um, and yeah, he's feeling the pressure. I believe, how, even though he's not out there in the public and airing it out, I'm sure he has his own ways of applying the heat to Cashman
Yeah.
to make moves. But yeah, I am greatly relieved that Judge has avoided surgery, because there's no replacing what that man does for the ball club. Um, and then Rodon, I'm glad they're taking care of the surgery now, and the same thing with Volpe, instead of waiting till spring training to do something. Um, but also the whole thing is too. We'll see what happens with Rojas, because he's being interviewed by the Orioles for a managerial spot. And I
Well,
believe Rousing.
ultimately, I don't believe that Rojas is going to be back one way or the other. So I
Right,
think
right, right, right.
Yankees are hoping that he gets hired, so they don't have to have the distinction of, yeah.
Of firing him. Yeah, yeah.
So I don't
I
know.
mean,
Let's see what you get. Yeah,
well, no, and then what I was gonna say is James
let's see.
Rousing, our
Let's see
hitting
what's
coach. Go ahead.
okay. Well, let's see. Let's see what the panel has to say. So, Blaze, good afternoon. Thanks for joining us. Boone, my baby Volpe, he's not going anywhere. I love him so much. He's simply the best and elite. Well, I don't know about that, but I do know that they want to give him every situation, because they have a lot invested in Volpe right now. They put the dignity on the line. They put 3 years of their lives into Volpe, and they're going to see this through at least another year after the operation. And because obviously it's not going to be easy to trade him now. So obviously, he said all the right things as far as that's concerned. And we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But let's go to Charles. They knew Volpe was hurt and kept playing him and didn't know how to manage or handle the injuries. Come on, dummies. Yeah, and I agree. I agree. He was being as coy as he possibly can, because I really believe they are totally embarrassed. They are embarrassed, and they're embarrassed with the Dominguez thing too. Even though he
What?
said, he's done a lot, he's done this, he's done that. No, they have not given that young man a chance. And if you're not going to give him a chance, and now all of a sudden, they're putting him in winter ball, they're doing this, which only tells me they want to see exactly what he does before they make a commitment with Bellinger and or Grissom and or Tucker, which I think is way, way far out of reach. That I don't think is happening.
Right.
Ultra Cowboy. They tried to revive Mantle, Ruth, DiMaggio, and Gehrig when they asked who the manager was. They said Boone, and they said I prefer to stay in the grave. Ultra Cowboy, you always come up with something pretty crazy.
But
That's cool. They knew Volpe was hurt. Okay, no, I had that one. I'm sorry. Let's go to
yeah,
Celia. Joe, I actually think the opposite of what you think. Cashman's comments to me told me they aren't serious about winning. That's what I took from that. No, no way. No, I took it differently, Celia. I feel they feel embarrassed, especially Cash, and he was a little coy. He was a little like a little bit like kind of rude with a couple of the press because he's embarrassed. He knows that they screwed up and he doesn't know how to fix it. As far as right now, he can fix it in the off season, but he can't fix it then. And
Right.
that's what I think he's kind of embarrassed about. What do you think, Sean?
Well, I think a lot of things are he's embarrassed about. I mean, like I said, he's been GM for 26 plus years, longest tenure of any GM in history, let alone being active. Um, but the problem is, it's been what 16 years since we hoisted a World Series trophy.
Yep.
um, but yeah, and I mean, and then you got to look at this. Uh, Rizzo had a concussion after a collision, and they played him for 2 months before benching him, and his playing went down drastically, instantly. I mean, he was playing All Star vintage Rizzo before the collision. Then after that, he was lost in the sauce and all this stuff. And then they still were being cryptic about all that stuff. And then now you got what 2 years of that, and 1 year later you get the issue with Volpe, and then yes, Dominguez is not getting enough opportunities. And the problem is a lot of these prospects that Cashman barely gave opportunities for, some of them have thrived with other teams, like Thairo Estrada, who was excellent with the San Francisco Giants. So
Hmm.
you got to give them consistent play, but also the whole thing too I didn't hear any of the press conference because I don't have Yes Network or any of that, and I was out running errands. But the other thing too is this: um, Rousen's getting interviewed by the Twins to
Hmm.
replace Rocco Baldelli. Um, and then you got this whole fat philosophy, and then the way we lost in the series against the Jays, where we just were getting manhandled all series long. we and then the only guy that was producing was Aaron Judge.
Yeah.
Everybody else was quiet.
Right.
Um, and that's got to be really embarrassed. And Cashman is a guy that's always been proud. He's been snobbish. He's always had that look, even when he was young. You remember in '98 when he took over for Bob Watson. And they kept showing him in the booth while the Yankees had that magical run. He had his arms crossed. Like yeah, and now he's looking like yeah, I know better than you guys know. But no, he hasn't really showed lately that he's still capable of being the best GM in the league, or even the GM of the best team, best franchise in all of sports.
Good observation.
But
Yeah.
sorry for that rant.
Good solid work there, Sean. You're right. You're right. I mean, like I said, what I saw in the middle of that was desperation as far as he's feeling embarrassed. I
Right.
mean, that's what it is, and it comes down to they're not going to come out and say, "Oh, we shouldn't have played Volpe." I wish somebody would have said. But what I don't understand is you see that he was in a slump. He's not doing well. You brought in Jose. You brought in Rosario. Why wasn't this in play? These are the questions that I don't understand were not asked. And I told you guys yesterday, I am so afraid that all the questions that I have that make sense are not going to be told, and that's what happened. That's what happened. And
Yeah.
and I see Nitin on the bottom. If he tells me thumbs up, I will bring him up. Nitin, are you ready? Yes, no, maybe. Oh, Nitin, are you ready? Okay. Well, we're gonna bring him up and let's get his thoughts
What's up,
on the.
guys?
How you doing, man? How's
How's
it going?
What's up,
What's
Joe?
up?
What's up, everyone in the chat? I'm back from South Africa, so back to business. So,
All right, here we
actually,
go. Ready for anything.
my team and I are currently reaching out to more of our clients to help to bring them on to this show here. So stay tuned. My team is working on that. But good to be back. Back in business. What's up, Charles, Celia, Michael, everybody else in the chat? What's up, everyone? Blaze, Eric, Jake, Ultra Cowboy. Please subscribe, like to this channel. Keep subscribing and sharing. Stay tuned for more great content from Joe, Evan, Sean, George, Ken from The Ugly Truth. So stay tuned for more great content. But for the press conference today, I mean, as of now, I guess Boone is still with the Yankees, obviously, as a Yankees manager until otherwise. But some key points was that at least Judge, he doesn't need surgery, which is a good sign.
Yes.
But they still have to be cautious of that. So let's see what happens there. But they definitely need to beef up the rotation now with Rodon and Clark Smith and Garrett Cole not going to be ready for the regular season, beginning of the season. So I think they need to definitely address the starting pitching again to help out Max Fried in the rotation. And what Cashman said about Hal Steinbrenner was, I think Hal Steinbrenner is he's angry, he's frustrated, he wants another championship here. So I think don't be surprised if they go all in this all season. Depending on, I mean, they went. They keep saying all in, and they did go in all in last all season, but it wasn't enough. So something has to change, and let's see what they do this all season. But take some key takeaways from this press conference was obviously Hal Steinbrenner being mad and the surgery updates, and like I said, I keep telling people they need to have some big discussions about Boone. But as of now, he's still on the as a manager. So
Boone's contract is gonna end. He's
yeah,
not going anywhere.
I don't think he's going anywhere. But let's see what happens, and what's it called? And also they got to figure out a way how to bring back Belly, and also beef and switch and fix the bullpen too a little bit. But it's gonna be interesting all season. Looking forward to seeing it, and hopefully we'll be there live from the winter meetings this year. Hopefully, that's the goal.
Yeah,
Um,
that would be awesome. That would really be awesome. The mere fact that they still haven't had any organizational meetings is kind of weird because usually by now
it's still kind of early.
they already had.
It's still kind of early for that.
You know what? I guess because the Yankees got ousted right away.
Well, we got ousted in the second round,
And,
but yeah.
And I'm not used, we're not used to that. Usually it's later on October.
Yeah.
I think that was the big problem. But well, Michael says we will know how the Yankees look 2026 by Christmas, and I don't expect it to be good. I don't agree with that, Michael. I think they're gonna spend. They got about $75 million to spend this year, and I think most or all of that's going to happen, and some of that's going to go to hopefully Bellinger. I don't think Tucker's in the conversation. I do think that they're gonna get a right-handed catcher, and they got to make decisions on Dominguez. They got it. What exactly? And what about Ben Rice? Boone talks about, he's in the middle of the lineup hitter. But where is he playing? He's not a good first baseman. He's not a good catcher. So what do you do with this guy that can hit? What do you do with him? You're stuck with Giancarlo. Otherwise, you could be perfect DH.
Yeah.
You're stuck with him.
Yeah.
And
No,
so, what are you going to do? The Yankee questions have got to be answered a lot with Stanton because Stanton kills any other thing the Yankees should do. And they can't do because all he can do is DH. You put him in the outfield and you got to pray, and you don't need to put him in the outfield.
Yeah, and I agree with you. And I think obviously now Cashman also said that Spencer Jones might get serious consideration to be the starting outfielder next year for the Yankees. And also congrats to Jay Kirst for getting promoted to be the assistant hitting coach. I think he deserves that opportunity. He's a great guy,
yeah,
and we've seen him when we were working with Somerset. He obviously was there. He's a great guy to learn from. I think he's going to bring a different dimension to the Yankees hitting as a Yankees hitting assistant coach. So let's see what happens there. But the Cashman
yeah.
said Spencer Jones has a real chance of being the starting outfielder next year. So
Right. No, and that would be fine. But and then the other thing too with Dominguez, they need to figure out give him consistent full run all year long, or trade him.
yeah,
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 and they got to make they got to make a decision on Jones too. Eric says, "Wow, Jones more strikeouts. I can't wait."
yeah,
Man, oh man,
well,
everybody's in rare form today, boy.
yeah,
Woo!
one thing
What
about Spencer Jones
going
is that he's actually cut down on his strikeouts, on his strikeout rate. He's cut it down drastically from year to year. And
yeah,
Aaron Judge had that same issue when he came into the league, and that's what he did. He keeps working on it. And but the
Yep.
other thing too is, and I'm hoping that with promoting the hitting coordinator, whatever,
Jake
promote him to assistant coach.
Jake Hurst is assistant hitting coach now.
Right. What I'm trying to say is, he was in the minor league hitting coordinator. That was his previous post. Hopefully, with him, he can institute a different hitting philosophy with most of these guys. Get it through their thick heads that if they're not Aaron Judge or Giancarlo Stanton, they don't need to be swinging for the fences all the time. Just hit line drives up the middle, spread all fields, put down the bunt, hit and run. I just, we get too many homer happy guys and you get too many strikeouts.
Right. No, I agree with
Um,
you.
and then the
Totally
other good thing
agree.
though is with the league approving or whatever, are allowing players again to play winter ball, which that just came through, and that's why you see Dominguez and a few others said they're going to do the winter ball, and the
Yeah,
leagues are because for a while that they would, if they did go play winter ball, they would either get punished or whatever, fined or something. I don't know.
Eric says, guys, get all the best players you want. Boone will lose in the playoffs. No leadership. He's a loser that hit one home run. Well, listen, I mean, there's really not much we can say. Boone is going to be the manager, and we're just going to have to live with it at least for another year, guys. I mean,
Yes,
unless something drastically changes, there's nothing we can do. So we can talk till we're blue in the face.
yeah,
If they're not going to change the manager, they're just not going to change the manager. So we have to either live
right,
with it or move on because there's really nothing else you can say. I mean, the positives on Boone is he really cares about the team. He lives, breathes Yankees. Does he make mistakes? Yes, he does. But, you know, I don't know what else to say about Boone anymore. I really don't. I mean,
well,
he's definitely going to finish out his contract unless he
right.
doesn't want to come back. It's
yeah,
not going to change, guys. It's
No, and
not going to change.
then also you notice though he had a decent career with the Reds. By the time he came over to us, he was a role player, an
mhm,
aging player, who was a role player. He wasn't a starter anymore. and he performed fine in it. But then also we got to remember this, that this is the son of Bob Boone, who was a great catcher.
Right.
You know, and yeah, he so Boone grew up in clubhouses. Was probably born in a clubhouse. But this guy is nothing but baseball all his life.
Yeah.
You
You're
know,
right.
What's up, Bill? How are you and
Bill.
your how are you and your wife doing?
Yep. And Bill says the players are trying to tell you that they are listening to analytics. The coaches are not even being considered. Well, in some aspects, Real Bill is right. He's right. I mean, so how do we change that if they don't want to change things? We just have to hope and pray that they get the right assemble of hitters and pitchers and coaches. And I'm dumbfounded. I mean, I see between the lines that they are definitely making moves, but are they going to make the right moves? That's what's bothering me. I don't know, and none of us know. None of us could sit here and say, "Hey, I think we're going to get this guy." There's a lot of guys out there that can help this Yankee team. But one thing's for sure, they're going to live with McMahon at third base. They love his defense. That's not going to change. And if they're talking about the narrative of resting him every once in a while, then you got to re-sign Rosario. You have to.
yeah. And then here's the other thing too: is
Yeah, go ahead.
some fans are floating the idea that Howe should go all out in pursuing Bo Bichette. There are rumors out there. Now, Bo Bichette is a free agent, or going to be a free agent at the end of the season. But
Yeah.
but there's a caution with Bo Bichette. There's two cautions really. One, Bo Bichette is injury prone. He can't stay healthy. Two, we've been through this with guys that have been Yankee killers or guys that, I mean, Bo Bichette gets a lot of hits. He leads the league in hits or whatever a lot of
Right.
times. Yeah. But he does a lot of damage against teams like the Yankees. But when we bring him, let's say we did bring him in, I'll play the devil's advocate, he might stink it up because Verdugo was a Yankees killer, a doubles machine. And then what happened? We got him, and he really didn't do anything.
No, he really didn't. And that's another problem. That's another problem. And so what do you do? I mean, one thing I think is for sure, and that is Grissom is gone. I don't think they're going to re-sign Grissom under no circumstances.
No, I think for Grissom's market, I mean, I expect the Yankees to be in it in the Grissom market. But I'm afraid that like a team like the Mets, who has money, they might be interested, and also there's going to be other teams involved too that want. Grissom is a high quality player. He had a great season in this year. He showed what he can do in a full season without Soto and with more playing time. So I think the market will dictate. I mean, some other team will dictate what the Yankees do in that Grisham market, but I do expect them to be in the Grisham market until someone else, until otherwise. But
Yeah,
I still
I
see
think,
him. I
yeah,
still
but I
see
think
going to the
I think their focus should be Cody Bellinger. In my opinion, Cody Bellinger, the trade market, um, fixing up the starting rotation, bullpen, um, getting another right-handed catcher, obviously, and also don't worry about. I don't want Kyle Tucker. He's going to have too much money for him. I'd rather have the Yankees make smart move, like multiple smart moves instead of cashing in one player. So I think, and Bo Pichette, I don't want him either. I think that's not happening, but I see him going back to the Blue Jays, in my opinion. But this offseason, the Yankees have to focus on rebuilding the depth and getting players that can win, that can you don't need stars in all positions. You have stars
Right.
already. You just need complementary players that knows how to win and help make the team better. So I think that's the way they should do it, in my opinion. So, but right now, the starting rotation needs help because you're not going to have Garrett Cole, you're not going to have Clark Smith, you're not going to have Rodon at the beginning of the season for sure.
Right. And
Right.
I mean, Cole may come back. What, May?
Possibly May.
Possibly.
But yeah, and then remember we gotta replenish our bullpen
Yeah,
because we're losing like 4 or 5 guys.
I can see. Actually, you know what? I hate to say this. I don't. I think Weaver might might be a goner. Depending on what the Yankees do. I think Williams. I don't know. That's a tough question. I think Devin Williams is open to a reunion. That's what he said.
Right.
But I don't know what the Yankees will do.
But some other team might offer him a closer instead of being the setup to.
And is Tim Hill a free agent, or is that did we sign him to a 2-year deal?
Tim Hill's a free agent, but
He's a free agent.
we
Yes.
could keep him. He has an
option.
I think there might be a team option though.
Okay. I wouldn't mind him coming back. I like him a lot. But they had to beef up the bullpen to help Devin Bednar. I don't know what they're gonna do with Duvall. I don't know. But let's.
Well, no, Duvall's got a couple.
Yeah.
I think Duvall or Bird, one of those two has years. Something.
But I know the problem is now they got to figure out. Jake Bird had. I don't know what they're gonna do with Jake Bird. He's been in the minors the whole season, obviously. So.
I think Jake Bird will have a shot, obviously next year in spring training. But I agree with Jake that Cash did say that Hal is frustrated.
Yeah, he did say that. Yep, that's what.
He's definitely. It's not that he doesn't care. He definitely cares. There's no question about it.
Oh.
So also while we have a chance, I want to thank everybody for being here, and also don't forget, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel. We'd really appreciate it. We have really good shows coming up. Tomorrow morning, we're back to the morning show at 8:30, Coffee Bagels and Yankee Talk. And then at 8 o'clock, as you know, we're going to have our round table. What is your 26-man roster? How do we get the Yankees back to the promised land? And then at 10 o'clock, we're going to have our opening segment on the WWE show with Total Turnbuckle Talks. My co-host, TJ, will be on here at 10 o'clock immediately following SmackDown. And while we're discussing everything, my co-host in the morning is also here, the other half of the dynamic duel, and that is Evan. Evan, good afternoon.
Guys.
How you doing?
What's up, Joe, Nathan, Sean? Doing great.
What's up, Evan? How you doing, man?
It's good.
The first question we have, what did you take out of the Cashman and Boone interviews?
Yeah, so you guys touched on some of the things. Aaron Judge not going to need surgery, at least for now, which is pretty good news. Anthony Volpe did have surgery, and he's not going to be able to hit until about 4 months in advance. We'll see what happens there, but he's going to be delayed to start the season. Boone said that he might not be back until probably April, the latest early May, but we'll see about that. So hopefully that will give Caballero more of a run at shortstop, and we can see what he can do.
Happy holidays.
What the heck was that? Was that Brian Cashman going happy holidays to everybody?
That was Jessica Alba. Sorry.
Ooh,
okay.
Jessica Alba.
Not a bad thing.
She sent me saying happy holidays already. So I don't know why.
Man, Nathan be holding out on us. He got connections with Jessica Alba.
Yeah, that'd be
We'll
cool.
set up an interview.
Hey, we can. My team and I can try and do that, but let's see what happens there. But she's busy. But
yeah, no, I understand.
Alex Citron just sent us a voice message. He's not available right now, but he said that he can try and come on after. He's in Dominican Republic, so Alex and Tron will try and come on this show after he's back. So,
Oh, good. Great. Tell him thank you. That'll be great. T-Road says the Yankees need a SmackDown. Oh, yeah, they definitely need the SmackDown. But I still read, in reading between the lines, guys, I really believe there's going to be a decent change. I really think there's going to be a decent change. There's going to be some personnel that we're going to be like, what? They got who? I'm telling you, I really feel it again this year. They're going to be all in. I think the frustration is really setting in now, and you can see it. You could see it on Cashman's face. I see it.
There's also rumors that the Yankees are favorites to land a couple of Japanese players, a couple of Japanese stars, not just Murakami, but there's one other after him. But
Akamoto.
Yeah, that pitcher.
Yeah. Which it'd be good if we can land anyone, but I'm gonna wait for any reaction till. Go ahead.
Well,
let's get both of them away from the Dodgers, please.
Everybody away from the Dodgers. I'm sick and tired of it. I really am sick of getting really. Now I know how the other teams and fans felt when the Yankees were buying everybody. But the Dodgers are just ridiculous now. I mean, they want a team on top of a team on top of a team. I mean, it's just ridiculous, So I don't know. I don't see them moving. Mr. Met, how you doing? I don't see them moving on from McMahon. So if anything, they're going to get a back up their basement, which I think will be a Rosario. I mean, you do have Jose. So that that's a good move. So So any other thing that you saw that surprised you in the interview, or is it what you expected, or what?
Yeah, just one other piece of news was Carlos Rodon did have surgery. He's going to miss the start of the season, so we're not going to have Garrett Cole, Carlos Rodon, or Clark Schmidt to start the year. So we'll see how that affects their philosophy in acquiring pitchers during the offseason. But no, the press conference was pretty much what I expected. I expected Aaron Boone to sit up there, defend Anthony Volpe. I expected him to pretty much, defend the team and, tell us all the fans that, we're disappointed that we didn't win, but we had some successes this year and all this, all that. And of course, I don't buy it because, what type of success did they really have? Nothing compared to what they had in the past. And it just seems like they're very complacent. They're not willing to admit all the problems that they currently have. Like Cashman just giving credit to the Blue Jays. I mean, we had problems against other teams too. I mean, you don't want to really admit what the full problems are to this team, and you don't want to admit what the mistakes are. Then how are you going to progress and get better? I just don't understand that. But it was nothing really new. Pretty much everything that I expected to happen was going to happen, and it did happen. So, yeah,
I agree.
And pretty much, with what Cash said about Hal Steinbrenner, saying that, oh yeah, he's disappointed, he wants to win a championship. Then why couldn't he make any sort of adjustments to the front office or any changes? Maybe they're coming, but why can't he just have these conversations with Cashman and tell him, we want to make some changes to the analytics department. We want to make some changes to the front office, because without any of those changes happening, you're not going to get anywhere further than where you've been. That's really it.
Well,
yeah,
we don't.
No, you're right.
I mean, you're right, but those conversations might be happening behind closed doors.
Yeah.
But they're not going to signal that they're happening. And we may not. I mean, who knows? We might wake up somewhere in mid-December. Oh, Hal Steinbrenner has fired Mike Fishman and the whole analytics department.
I don't see that.
They said they didn't have any meetings yet. They said they didn't even have any scout meetings yet. I mean,
it is too early, because usually the Yankees are playing.
When it comes to those stuff, it cannot. I mean, it's still kind of early because we're still in the ALCS of the playoffs. I think when the time to have these meetings is when the last pitch and the last out is made in the World Series. And I think
Right.
after the World Series, that's when the Yankees will start gathering information and to see what targets they're going to do in the all season and whether or not if Boone will return or not. But as of now, I'm guessing that Boone will come back.
Oh, yeah. He's definitely going to be back.
Yeah, because the way he's been talking and during the press conference, and
Yeah.
so Boone and Cashman didn't say it. No one asked him about. Actually, the surprising thing that no one asked Cashman about Boone, so which means that they expect him to be back. So,
Yeah,
Without a doubt, he's
Cashman said that Boone was a good manager. So.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
it.
Well, remember
yeah,
Hal
he's a good
already
manager
extended.
because he listens as a puppet.
Yeah.
What's up,
What
Mr.
I was saying. Hal already extended Boone's contract for 2 years.
Yeah.
Remember?
Yeah, but next season is his last year.
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's 2027 because they picked up his option and then they give him the deal. They gave him the deal after they
Oh,
picked
so
up
he has 2 more years then.
until 2027. But
Damn.
Cashman's deal is up after next season. So what if they move on from Cashman? They could move on from Boone potentially. Who the new GM is.
And that means this next season is a big year for them.
So Boone's got to produce next year.
Yeah, then that means if Hal's frustrated, I have a feeling that he might open his checkbook. Let's see.
Mhm.
Let's see.
Well, he's going to open it no matter what, Nathan. I mean, $75 million is coming.
Yeah, see, now they got to take advantage of this stuff because now you have cash or what do you call it, Stroman off the books, Ellsbury off the books, Aaron Hicks off the books. So they got to take advantage.
Rizzo off the books.
Yes, yeah, that's true. And Goldschmidt off the books, and I don't think Goldschmidt's coming back.
For sure.
Goldschmidt might get a deal with the Cards or
I think
or
he's
the
gonna. You know what he's gonna
Diamondbacks.
do is he's gonna re-sign with the Diamondbacks and then retire as a Diamondback.
Right.
Yeah.
Or maybe give it one last go, re-sign with the Cardinals, play again, and then probably after this season, I don't know. It's up to him, but
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure he's close to retiring. And you notice, like, who was it? Anthony Rizzo signed a midseason with the Cubs as a ceremonial 1-day deal. So he might do that and just retire as either a Card or
Diamondback
or D-back. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be interesting. And I mean, obviously they have a lot more moves to make. So let's see what happens there. But these players coming off the books, they got to take advantage of that. Spend the money wisely, though, not go crazy, but to spend it like wisely to make the team better. That's what I want.
Yep.
Well, Charles says you get a star player to make us feel better about this team. The Yankees like shiny toys and get knocked out of the playoffs.
That's true, Charles. That's true.
That's true.
Well,
That's 100% true. So
I mean, that's the modern Yankees. Here's a shiny toy. See, we got Belly, we got Soto, we got Grisham, we got Freed. But then you see they don't really change the hitting philosophy or don't change their game strategy. And then we have all these issues. But yeah, something's got to change in that department. What I'm just saying is I wouldn't be surprised if Hal does something. I mean, look at it. He pondered that decision about the beard policy for 2 years quietly.
right.
And then he just said, "Hey, all right, you guys can have well-groomed beards or whatever,
Well, that's thanks to Devin Williams.
But what I'm saying is that Hal sometimes will not say anything, and then he'll just strike.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what he's probably going to do.
Right. He's not like his father in that, and his father was all loud and people could tell it, but he still got things done.
Yeah.
But Hal's more quiet and reserved, but he'll still strike and get things done.
Well, it's gonna be. I mean, obviously, it's gearing up to be a very, very interesting off season for the Yankees, the fans, and a lot of debate. And we're gonna all start it tomorrow by everybody shining in of the starting 9 of the New York Yankees you want to see in our 2026 season, and give us some bullpen options. So that's going to be fun. And then when we get to closer to 26, we'll revisit it and let's see who was right and who was wrong, and who do we really trust? Do we trust Cashman? Do we trust Hal to change this narrative?
Mhm.
Is Boone going to manage any differently? He did say that he wished he would have managed a little differently with a little bit more conviction in some of those losses. But how do you know? I mean, listen, baseball's a crapshoot, just like all sports, really. So I don't know. It just one on top of another with the Yankees, and the one thing that we have to be grateful is that they're always they may not get all the right players, but they're always there getting somebody big. I mean, there's always something. Listen, we can be like a lot of these other clubs, mid-level clubs, and you'll just be happy. Oh, we got a center field or whatever. The Yankees get stars. Sometimes not the right stars, but they do get stars. And are we spoiled? Of course we're spoiled. We're in the playoffs every year. We want to win at least one or two times. Unfortunately, it doesn't happen. And
Right.
how is Hal gonna change that? Is he gonna change that? What's in the pipeline? Are you going to spend the $75 million that's available to you and then beyond? And I think the season ticket holders are going to come back. I think the stadium's going to be packed. And I'm really hoping that they take that as a positive and go out and get a complete team. Get a left fielder for sure. Get a shortstop for sure. Get a catcher for sure. Get a right-handed hitter for sure for catching.
Mhm.
Make sure that bench is strong. I know that's a lot, but $75, $80 million at your disposal, you should be able to do that. And use your head. And start counting it down. $25 million for this one. $18 million for this one. $4 million for this one. Do that. Don't lump the $80 million and say, okay, well, let's get 5 left-handed hitters. Now what?
Mhm.
There's no right-handed.
Definitely need a right-handed catcher, and the perfect fit is I would love to see a reunion with Higgy.
Yes.
Yeah, that's a very good possibility. That's a
Higgy.
really good possibility.
Higgy's one of 3 of my options for catchers.
Who's the
The other 2?
Yeah.
They're one of the Contreras brothers.
Oh, okay.
Wilson or William.
Either or, Wilson or Wilhelm. If either one of them is either free agent or I'll trade for one of those.
Yeah, both are good players. Yeah.
Right.
Well, Celia says Higgy isn't good enough, but he's good enough for backup, and he's a very good catcher.
Yeah.
You don't need a superstar. You don't need Johnny Bench. You need somebody capable that could come off the bench, hit righty. That's
Right.
what you need. So I'm not looking for a 300 hitter, but somebody that could put a few dingers in there.
Right, and he was a blue chip.
All right, ready for this? Here is
Yep.
a 2025 list for free agency when it comes to catchers. JT Realmuto, Salvador Perez, Victor Sarantini, Danny Jansen, Kristen Vasquez, James McCann, Elias Diaz, Thomas Nido, Austin Barnes, Gary Sanchez, Mitch Garver, Luke Mailey, Tom Murphy, Jacob Stallings, Martin Maldonado. Out of that list, even though he's 36 years old, I would take a chance on Perez.
Yeah, but I think the Royals might.
Yeah, he has the club options. That's a problem.
Yeah,
So,
he's.
But another player I would like to see, Danny Jansen.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Danny Jansen. I didn't know he was a free agent.
Danny
Well, and
Jansen.
Mitch Garber.
Heartbeat.
Mitch Garber's another one though. That has a clutch bat and an all-around solid defense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I like David Jansen's. Oh my God, I want him.
The
He's
point
a
is, get
He
somebody.
was a
He's a
Yankee
Yankee
killer.
killer.
Yep. Oh, I'll take him in a
Oh yeah,
heartbeat, in a
but
in a New York minute.
but
And yeah.
the thing with Higgy, when we had him, he was a Blue Jay killer. He played well against the Blue, and he had a clutch bat anyways. And then also the other thing too was Cole loved pitching to him.
Yeah. No,
He
you're
was
right.
his
I
personal
definitely don't
catcher.
want Gary Sanchez. Don't even
Nope.
don't
No.
even mention that name in a Yankee uniform, please.
So
Nah,
I'll go crazy if they sign him.
with
Gary
Absolutely.
Sanchez.
with Volpe getting surgery, obviously with the infield depth, do you want the Yankees to resign Rosario here's the shortstop options as in free agency? Ready? Miguel Rojas, Bo Bichette, Trevor Story, Ha Sing Kim, IKF, Jorge Mateo, Orlando Arcea, or Tim Anderson. I think I'd rather have Rosario back.
Rosario, and then the other option is Ha-Seong Kim.
Kim, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you could see that.
Yeah. I go with that. Bo Bichette, if he didn't get hurt so much, I would take him in a heartbeat. But that contract is going to be huge, and the Yankees don't need another one like that. They're looking to dump contracts. They're not looking, so to speak. But at least they got out of a lot of different contracts, so that's good vibes. But it's going to be interesting how they're going to allocate the $75-80 million. That's what I'd like to know. Who I'm pretty sure Cashman has a good idea who he wants back, but obviously he wasn't gonna tip his hand. There's no way he's gonna tip his hand in the middle of October. Absolutely not. Celia said, guys, Danny Jansen's has about the same batting average as Volpe. Yeah, but he's clutch.
Yeah.
Danny
Yeah,
Jansen's big
No,
hits.
when it comes to catching, you don't really need a catcher that can. I mean, obviously for defense and all, but you don't really need an offensive catcher. Yankees have it in Ben Rice.
yeah.
So we need someone just to complement him as a backup catcher and can spot start when we face the left-handed pitcher. So I think Danny Jansen or one of those people on the list would fit. But let's see what happens. I mean, it's
Also,
they definitely need a right-handed catcher.
if you were to compare Austin Wells to Danny Jansen, Danny Jansen would win in a heartbeat in almost any category.
Yeah.
And then Higgy too. And Higgy, as long as you have a guy that all we need to do is have him catch two of our pitchers, or even if one, and who is capable of catching 4 or 5 days if the catcher gets hurt, So
No,
Higgy's proven.
Totally agree. Totally agree.
It,
By the way, programming note, everyone, don't forget tonight the Blue Jays and the Mariners face off at 8:33, and that could be heard and seen on the Ken channel. Ken, the Ugly Truth, the Yankees, the Ugly Truth. Ken will be doing the game tonight at 8:33, so why not go and pop up there and
Are you doing
subscribe to both channels.
Are you doing a post game show after that one?
No, we'll be back tomorrow morning. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:30, and then we have the show at 8 o'clock tomorrow, and then we have got the wrestling show at 10 o'clock. So there's a lot of content. We'll do some post game shows as we get into the World Series, but there's just so much going on right now. So no, we'll do that. So everybody go definitely listen to Ken. He does a great job, as we all know, and then come back to us in the morning. Big day tomorrow, guys. A lot of things happening tomorrow, and this talk with the Yankees today is going to start leading into a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more before it starts exploding. Before you blink an eye, we're going to be talking about the winter meetings. So
Yeah.
that we're going to have we're going to be on the air like crazy. That I can guarantee you. It's going to
Let me
be
see if
on.
So I'm trying to see if if I can bring my crew out from the job and them out to the winter meetings, and my team will find out if we can bring some of you guys there too. Let's see what happens.
That would be great. Oh my God, that would be awesome. That would be really, really cool. And to get all day long, we can go on all day long, guys. That would be fantastic. So
Right.
yeah, so let's just see how things go, and and we'll take it from there. It's just crazy how things are developing, starting little by little, but I still believe that they're going to set everything in motion within a month. That's what I
Yeah.
think's going to happen.
Right.
Hey guys,
And,
I have to drop now. I have a meeting at 2. So
yeah, and I gotta get.
It's okay. We're gonna wrap it up. I want to thank I want to thank all of you to take some time out of your day to come to a very special Yankee update. Tomorrow night we'll have a great show at 8:00. Don't forget, please come in. The link is up and ready to go. So get your team ready. That's definitely going to go into the playoffs and maybe win it next year. Let's see what everybody's got. I want everybody to be Brian Cashman tomorrow night. So please subscribe and press the like button on your way out, guys. Remember to listen to Ken with the game in heart tonight at 8:30 on the Yankees The Ugly Truth channel. Come back to us for bagels, coffee, Lavazza coffee, Yankee talk, and everything tomorrow morning at 8:30. Welcome back to Nitin. He is back, better than ever. We welcome him back. Sean, thank you so much. Evan, thank you so much. Guys, have a great day. Have a good meeting, Nitin. And let's go Yankees. God bless you all. God bless America. And let's go Yankees.
Let's go Yankees. See you guys.
Take care, guys. Good night, everyone. See you at 8:30 in the morning.
But yeah.